And we're live. Looks like we don't have any viewers at the moment, but that'll probably fix itself soon enough. Since I am recording this for later as well, I'll go over some of the basics. If you're on the stream, you'll notice the title is lightly modded for that vanilla flavor. If not, I just told you. Anyway, that means I'm using mods, or more specifically, I'm using a pack I made up myself. Collects a few mods, specifically just quality of life mods. So if you just in the Rimworld workshop under collections, if you search my name Akhier, it'll come up with my pack. Akhier's Light Qual Pack. Nope, didn't want to go that far. I wanted to come here. And yeah, being new to the game, yet having watched a decent amount of others play it, mostly Quill 18, but that counts. I want something more than just a vanilla game experience while still having that core game shine through, stretching the flavor more metaphor. If the base game was vanilla ice cream, then I want vanilla bean. Still that great taste, but just a bit better. With that in mind, and with a collection suggested to me by someone else that was a bit more than I wanted, I will set up to collect a list of mods for while I get used to the game. And I am subscribed to them all, it's just not logged in on Chrome. So a quick overview, though I'll go through each of them. You'll notice that some of the creators I have multiple of from. Yeah, Fluffy does good mods. Some of these technically go a little bit beyond what you'd consider quality of life, but, well, we'll deal with that. Okay, first up we got Hugslib. This is just because I think expressly the next mod requires it. But yeah, it's one of those mod helpers for people doing mods. Mod backup list, just so I could more easily deal with the mods. Does exactly what it says. It backs up the list and has 20 different save slots so you can save and restore your mod setups. Next up is Allow Tool, which I think, yeah, this one also does Huglib. It includes a few things, but really, here's the important ones. Select only similar things and forbid and unforbid things. It makes that a lot easier. Let's see, was there anything else? Oh yeah, and also it's got various do everything options, including a cancel all orders on map, which is very convenient. We've got cooks can refuel. It does what it says. It allows cooks to refuel the thing that they're working at. Because apparently they can't in vanilla. Yeah, that's a thing. Grenades fixed. This is basically just putting a minimum range to any explosive weapon that's somewhat longer than their radius, so you don't blow yourself up. You'll blow up others still, but not yourself, or at least not as easily. And if it already has a safe minimum range, it won't be affected. Hand me that brick. This one's fairly simple. Instead of only the people that do the construction being able to haul to the stuff, anyone can haul to the buildings, though only the construction people will actually build it. This is another thing where I've got a few from the same person. So next up, or that was derp. That was from the cooks can refuel. Anyway, follow me. Very simple. This just makes the home key allow you to follow someone, or right-clicking on their image if they're one of the little meeple. Or there's a word for them. I can't remember what the word is. Oh well, but yeah, simple enough. Just lets you follow them like you would with a Dwarf Fortress character type of thing. Medical tab. This just makes the medical tab a lot nicer. Another fluffy mod. And once again, another fluffy mod. This is really interesting. It switches up how the relation tab looks. It makes it a bit easier to process visually. Instead of being a list of things, it actually has like a web of what's going on. Stack merger. So nice. This just has a low priority hauling job that makes your hauler merge stacks in your stockpile. So there we go. It just makes if you have a stack of a bunch of one logs sitting around, someone will eventually, if they have time, go and combine them all into one stack. Or maxed out. Research Pal, it takes what the research screen was and turns it into this. It would be more impressive if I had mods that actually added stuff, but at the moment it's just the vanilla stuff. But it still looks good. Wildlife tab, it adds a full new tab, which just lists all the wildlife, including what they have. Allows you to toggle their hunting or their taming. It also shows if there's any specific kind of danger related to them. Preset filtered zones. Another very convenient thing. This is just 6 new stockpiles that store various things. Meals, meats, vegetables, medicine, joy, or animals. So that it's easier to create freezers and stuff. Which I might make use of. Well, I'm going to make use of that. It's just, I might. Words. Anyway. And this is hunter restriction, or hunting restriction, which basically does some stuff where they'll kind of prioritize things differently. So they won't just run out into some toxic fallout to hunt some squirrel. It takes things into, let's see. Hunters with trigger happy trait will attempt to move 1/4 maximum range before opening fire. And hunters without the trigger will attempt to move to 3/4. So basically it's just adjusting how close they get. And this is really interesting. Hunters with poor eyesight will unassign themselves from it. If you later improve their eyesight, you will have to reassign hunting, but still. It stops you from having someone that's basically blind trying to shoot something. Limited blight. This one just limits how far blight goes. Instead, everything on the map just dying right away. Kind of convenient. Camera Plus. This just, yeah, it's showing you. It lets you zoom in quite a bit. Replace walls. It lets you do exactly that. So, like, you just designate a wall over another wall of a different type, and someone will go take it down and replace it with the new stuff. Convenient. Cheaper stone floors. Exactly that. And instead of the stone floors costing 4, it costs 2. Instead of flagstone costing the other one, it's now costing 1. Don't stop the music. Apparently there's pauses between background songs, and this removes it. Convenient. Fahrenheit and Celsius. Not necessarily for me, but this probably is convenient for you viewers and maybe some of you other people. It's just has the main temperature, and then whichever one is not the one you select in the options will be in brackets. Trading spot. Just like a bunch of those other spots you can set up, this is just a spot where the traders will gather. Convenient. Plant cutting is growing. There we go. Does exactly that. Basically, before, plant cutting was unrelated to any skill, so it would take forever for someone to do, even if they were really skilled at basically everything. Now, I can fix it. This one is probably a little bit beyond my my desires, but it's really handy, so I don't particularly mind. Destroyed buildings will now leave behind a construction ghost, meaning that your builders will automatically rebuild things once they get a chance. So the example here is fire. Other things is like a gun, automated turret exploding and stuff like that. Anything where it would be destroyed instead deconstructed in some way, it'll try to replace it. Efficient light. This just lowers the consumption of lamps from 75 to 25. So every 3 lamps is worth just 1 previously. Yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory. I didn't want to add a light mod, because there's like LED mods and stuff like that. But I wanted to keep just the basic lighting, basically. Oh well, can I say basically anymore? But yeah, a little expensive on the energy cost, so I've reduced it. Just because. Hardworking animals. Apparently animals meant for hauling weren't very... They didn't do it very much, so this thing just makes them haul more. Quality builder. This is another one that's starting to go a little bit beyond just what I was thinking of with the vanilla stuff, but I think it's worth it. With quality builders, all buildings that have quality, beds, tables, etc., will only be built by the best builder to ensure the best outgoing quality. Every other constructor will be able to bring in materials, but only the best will build it. So basically, this little part doesn't matter because I have the other one that lets people bring stuff to it, but still. And if you know skilled builder, you know that quality builders do the same thing. Why use it instead? Because you can set a minimum quality. That's basically that. They'll just continue deconstructing and reconstructing a thing until they get the quality you want. Quality surgeon, a similar sort of thing, except for doctors. So only the best doctor does surgery. A little convenient, that. It also takes into things like manipulation stuff, so that the best one will do it. And this one just slightly modifies how the it adds allow dead man apparel option. Or, yeah, that's the one that it does. Or, yes, words. Basically, this means you can make a stockpile that's just for dead man's apparel. Or, say you have one of the cremation things, set it so it only burns up the dead man's apparel, which has a mood lid attached to it. And finally we have mad skills, barely visible little something that just removes the skill decay, which if you've seen me play the Cataclysm roguelike, you'll know I'm kind of against that stuff. I just realized something. I want to go back because there was one thing in the collection. Should I see it? There we go. I left a few comments as I modified the pack, which is mad skill. I forgot to add the mad skills the first time, and also I originally had reasonable moods and needs. I did a test game with that, and the people were just way too happy. As I say, it did its job very well. Too well, in fact, for my taste. I ran a test, and the little pawns, that's what they're called, were all too reasonable. My preference is they be a bit more volatile, more interesting that way. So with that out of the way, we can start a new colony. Do we have? No, we don't. Oh, because I deleted some quick saves I had lying around. Okay. Once again, I'm going to go with very much a basic setup. So crash landed Cassandra on some challenge because I'm still not very good. Permadeath mode off just because I am recording this and streaming it. So if something happens, I want to be able to revert to the previous save. On my own time, I generally play permadeath, though unless I'm testing something. So yeah, I like the concept. It's just not very convenient for content production that I do. Let's use the date. 2017, 6/30. I like to go big to small whenever I'm doing something that's like goes in a file somewhere. This won't, but why am I even talking about that? But yeah, I like that because it makes the number that changed the most, the day, go on the very end, which is a lot better for computer systems because it sorts that better. And here's the world. Let's look at the factions. We've got... Ooh, we got a hostile tribe, 2 pirate bands, and 2 outlander unions, which I never think I've seen a hostile one. That's probably something you'll have to aggravate yourself, I guess. Though, man, these tribe people are really angry at us, like more than I normally see. It's generally in the same range of the positives except with a negative sign. Maybe it's because there's just one or something. One thing I want to do is look into getting a mountain start, because I've been starting in hills and stuff, but I don't think I've started mountainous. Where to start? If we start around here, we're pretty close to stuff. I like being near a road. Down here we've actually got a good selection of things going on, so if we can find somewhere around here that'll do it. Need to bring up the train now that we're here. Oh, that's actually mountainous. 40 days. It's got a decent growing season. Apparently 10 days is a month. Rainfall's okay. Summer temperature and winter temperature are both decent. Yeah, I think I'll go with this. Another mod I've considered and was suggested to me, but I did not go with in the end, was the careful setup, which basically does to Rimworld what you can do in Dwarf Fortress, where you get to just set up everything. That's an interesting idea. I would just abuse it too much, and I already have the problem in Dwarf Fortress where most of my setups tend to end up looking exactly the same, so didn't want to do that here. Masochist, abrasive. She's got a injury. Good social. Artistic. No, you're not really nice. Medicine and construction. Steadfast. Pessimistic. Really? That's cute. Slowpoke. And can't dumb labor. Hard worker, jogger. Just for that alone, like global work speed up, move speed up. I'm gonna keep this one. And she likes shooting. That's convenient. She's got some crafting and artistic. Yeah, that's not, or it's not a she, it's a he. It's a teenage male. Teenage male that's actually been around for 100 years. Cute. Okay, let's see. You got construction and growing. You also like shooting. A lot more than the other guys. Nudist and prostitute. Yeah. I don't really mind getting some subpar people. What I don't want is the first ones to be incapable of stuff, injured in some way, or stuff like that. I think I'll go with this one. You have medicine? No. Okay, so this guy likes or girl this time likes medicine and does construction. Really likes it, in fact, and is good at growing, which we didn't have, so that's good. Basically, I want to be prepared for any one of them being able to do everything that's needed at any moment. Wow, you are good at all kinds of stuff. We don't have anyone that's good at mining, though. Which I'd rather have someone that's really excellent at mining. Or at least is really excited about mining. Nope. Oh, dang it. I should have paused. That guy was double fire on mining. Okay. Bad back and can't craft. Nope. Caring, social, artistic. Cyclically deaf, pessimistic. I think this is the guy we want. And he's got double fire on medicine. Ooh, that's nice. Or she. She. Yeah, that's good. And no, you're not going to be into melee. Goodness gracious. So many of my doctors like melee. Yeah, everything looks good. And she looks to have mostly, besides the mining, stuff that'll keep her around the house. That's good. Don't want our doctors straying too far. Okay. Oh, right, before we get too far, I'm going to note one specific keyboard configuration. Follow is on home, and the... it's in the mods, I think. Allow all is also set to home, because forbidden stuff that it does is also there, so I changed it to keypad minus, just because that's right next to where my mouse is. Okay, and then boop, 46 things allowed. Convenient. Okay, you're into shooting. You're the melee. You're the one that I needed to find. Equip plasteel knife. You are a doctor, so you get the bolt action rifle. And you aren't a doctor, so you get the pistol. Now, let's look in here. Turn on manual priorities. Highest priority that. Oop, nope, shift. Bed rest is pretty high. Warden. Handle. Grow and plant cut are important. So it's construction, but not as important. Grow can be there somewhere. Okay, and you like researching, and you definitely like mining. There we go. You've got these, but I don't really have any need for you to be doing that. Okay, now, mountainous gives us this over here, which is chock full of all kinds of stuff, probably. Okay, now, how do I want to do this? Looks like we've got some heal stuff around. That's nice. Actually, right over here seems to be a really nice thing. We can start there. How do I want to do it? 7 by 7. Okay, you're wandering. Yeah, and you're doing good at mining. Wandering. Okay, with that in mind, I don't really want to harvest them yet. Where's mining? Sure, since it's early on, we'll give everyone a bit of mining. They'll be slow about it, but at least that'll get the mining done. I don't know why, but I've taken a liking to having 3 wide stuff. Hallways and everything. So that's a thing. 3 wide. It helps that you can do the doors like that. Because they have such a low priority on the mining, they go around and clean stuff up all the time. But that's okay in my book. Looks like we're going to be making a lot of stuff out of slate. Right away, we're going to need to set up a dumping stockpile. Or zone. Oh, no, our stockpile is really nice. It lets you put all the stuff that doesn't actually need to be kept inside, outside. There we go. Call urgently. Also, animals. I don't particularly like the release. It's basically just something that lets you send the animal to attack. And I don't want that. Like, can you just not? What I really want you to do is stick around And guard the people as a melee shield. Or just a bullet sponge, if need be. Like, that's much preferred. If you can do that, you're doing your job. Okay, Stonecutter's table. And we'll set up a quick bench here. Quality builder. Make it a normal bench. Why are you there? Haul urgently. Okay, that's good. Probably going to trim this side down just because I don't have any reason not to. You'll notice it's set up to deconstruct. And then it'll deconstruct and reconstruct. And eventually they'll make the normal quality one that I wanted. Eventually is the key word there. We do want some sleeping spots. And an animal. Just let the animals in with us. I don't... and actually now I'm thinking about it. Haul that stuff urgently. Okay. Or that's chopping wood. That's not what I wanted. Mine out that. That and that. Well, I'm thinking about it. Zone. Generic stockpile. Not on the seat. Storage. Let's see. Don't allow rotten. Other than that, that should all... And don't allow corpses. Oh, wait, no, I want to allow... Animal corpses? Yeah. Mega Sloth. That's so cool. I like them. Oop, everyone's going to sleep. Or eating. Eating is also a good option. Okay, now since they're doing that, we'll pop open the research screen and show you... Yeah, it doesn't really look like much at the moment. It can't be helped. So with this here, first up, auto doors. Then we want... Microelectronics? Microelectronics. Gun turret. Machining. Is there anything else I want to throw in there? Geothermal. There we go. And hey, they're waking up. Perfect. Set that all up to haul things. I'll take care of that eventually. Actually thinking about it, let's get the outdoor stockpile set up. Just so it's there. Bills. That was what? Slate? Yeah, it's slate. Bills. Add bill. Make slate blocks. Do until you have. Details. Minus it all. And 250. Why not? Details do that. Okay. And those are things that can be stored outside. Interesting. Okay, I'll just have to be careful of those roofy areas. Actually, let's just go with an order and harvest the stuff that's in that area. There we go. That done. I need a place to store the food. I want to do slightly different, because before what I did was for food area was this and then a 7x7, which was basically we'd have a butcher's table and a cooking thing. Instead, though, I want to do it slightly differently. We're still gonna have a thin to get in, obviously. 3 wide, because why not? Eh, 1 wide is enough. Let's see. No, that is pretty much the best way I can think of off the top of my head to do it. We can make that 3 wide, it doesn't matter that much. That's about the best I can think of. The only thing I could think of doing besides... Ooh, bang the desk. The only thing I could think of doing besides this is maybe make a separate area for corpses to pile up in. Which wouldn't be the worst. If we put the corpses in a different thing. Would allow us to just have that. A 5x5 area, or a 5x2 area means 10 spots for corpses. If we ever have more corpses than that, we have a bit of a problem. There's a door there, there's a door there. The butchering thing can be here. And the kitchen can be there. That's a bit awkward. And I'm really tempted just to do this and then have butcher be like that. It's not the worst. I could still extend it. I don't need to. Yeah, that's 12 spots. That would be fine. Yeah. We'll go with that. Then we'd have a cooler... Or we can't throw the cooler in there yet. Let's cancel those. I like the even numbers. 9. I want this side open just because that's where I intend to put the stuff out at. That should work. Also, future plan, this middle door to enter will be replaced by a cooler as well to keep the place nice. So that's a thing. Yeah, see, that's the replace wall thing. I can just throw that there and they'll dig it out and replace it with a door. Convenient. Though you can't do it where you can't see it. Which is only vaguely annoying. Butchers along there, cooking along there. Means we'll be going this away. At least to start. Or wait. Well, yes, that is the plan. We'll delay that a little bit. I think they're okay with a 4x3 room. They better be, because that's what I'm giving them. This would be packing it in a little tight. So if we move this out a tiny bit, it'll give us more room. Though I do feel that it needs to go one more out. Did this one wrong. Oop. Just messing up all the stuff. There we go. He's done more structure work so I can throw another door there. What are you doing? Winfield. Hauling steel. Okay, that's fine then. A few of the geothermals around. Select all. Deconstruct. That's something for them to do. More geothermal. There's more steel. Random steel around the map. No forbidden things currently. Get a nice idea of what we got on this map. Visitors. Jump location. Oh, right. That is one thing I can put down. Zones. No, MISC. Trading spot. Can go there. Okay. Now, thinking about it, Brandon is 7. Brandon is the social. Yeah. Wingfield, Coma Child. He is apparently the social person, which, given his character thing, Coma Child is a bit ironic, I guess? So weird. Did they haul the silver? Oh, it would be in the outstore. Yep, there it is. That's good. I'm not sure if keeping the silver outside is the best of ideas, because that is very much the thing we use as money, but, well, yeah. I want to get them as close as possible because wherever I trade with them is where they'll end up dropping their stuff off. Okay, there we go. Trade with Glover. Stay inside, please. There we go. Ooh, it's got medicine. And an LMG. Light machine gun. Oh, that's really tempting. I'm gonna buy an LMG. It's normal quality. I'm also tempted by all that medicine. I say all that medicine, there's only 4 of it, but that's better than none. How's the components looking? I don't want to give... Oh, I need to set up a farm. Actually, that reminds me, did I? Well, if I didn't, I did now. Less components. Light machine gun. Who's hunting? The person set up to hunt is Wingfield. So Wingfield, equip the LMG. You're technically better at the one thing, but you're going to get the pistol. Actually, that's a good point. Like, one of the strategies would be to give that person the LMG, just because then they do it better. Or not better, but quicker. Select all similar and haul them. Set it up to be a haul job. Okay, now let's check out the wildlife tab, see if there's anything interesting here. Got a raccoon, which we will hunt, because there's only one of it. We've got a tortoise with asthma. We'll take that out. Resting. And I give him the LMG because it means he'll be hunting and shooting a lot, and you get skill for doing things like that. I want to get this all mined out first so I can set up the needed stuff. Okay, they're leaving. That's good. The longer they're around, the more annoying it gets. Also mine out that spot. Why not? Probably gonna end up just taking out this here completely. Ooh, we don't have any viewers to name the place. What should the faction be called? I'm not really certain. I can't stay on here too long. Let's go with mountain something something mountain words. Language dwarf. Control find mountain. They'll have that word. Onal. Onal. Control find mountain. Mountain champion. Akhier. Akhier. Onal Akhier. There we go. And this affections plane, no. Let's find Heart. Zanor. Oh, right. I should remember that. So, Mountain Heart. So we're the mountain champions, and our place of residence is the Mountain Heart. Which looks more impressive because I used Dwarf Fortressy words to spell it all out. Yay! And the only one that's going to be mining for a bit is just Brooks, because everyone else actually has things to do. Someone should haul that. There we go. Okay, they've actually got enough done there that I'm willing to put a cooler down. Space already. Oh, okay, so this is one of those things that doesn't replace. Okay. Fair enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll just have to take those spots out then. Wingfield, you're hunting tortoise. You hunted tortoise. The correct thing is, you're bringing back the hunted tortoise. Though, to be fair, that's a decent thing to have in the same job. Hunting raccoon, and we'll watch this. Light machine gun. Oh wow, we're a bit of a distance. I'm gonna have to open up routes and stuff to get we check out this... Oh, maybe they fixed that. If anything, I just like... I prefer them having that kind of stuff. Mad animal. Local squirrel has gone mad. Across the map. Julie. Scratched from the squirrel. Okay, and melee to death. That was a bit of a thing. If it had been anything other than a squirrel, I would have had her retreat and let the people that know what they're actually doing take care of it. Because this is the person that's got melee skills. There we go. Oh wait, if you're the person with melee skills, you're also the doctor, aren't you? Yeah. At least that's working out okay. Oh, and here's what the medical tab looks like. I'm going to downgrade it all to that, even though we only have normal medicine at the moment. Yeah. Temperature, cooler. Nope. Power. What's a wind turbine look like? Wind turbine looks like this. That would put us way too far into there. I'm okay with the wind turbines being a bit of a distance away. Or wind turbine singular, but yeah. Oh, so this will put it by, or, actually that's a good point. Cancel that. If I put it there, that'd be a bit awkward when I built a wall around the thing. So we'll actually have it trespass into that area a little bit. I guess technically, all things considered, I don't even need to do that. I could literally just have the thing in this, because I don't think any of the stuff that'll be there will interrupt it. That shouldn't be a problem, right? Shouldn't be anyway. With that in mind, floor, slate. And fully healed. Brilliant. Yeah. What are you doing now? Stargazing. Oh, fair enough. It's technically time for you to be sleeping, but if you want to stargaze, who am I to complain? I'm going to set those up to be harvested, actually. I'd much rather use herbal meds, if at all possible, early on. Because actual medicine is a bit hard to get. Or it's been a bit hard for me to get. Maybe it's not actually hard to get. But, yeah. Been a bit hard for me. Oh, and that got mined out, so we can throw that in there as well. One thing I won't be able to put down is the solar panels, because you can't put stuff over that, but that's okay in my book. Production. Where's the butcher table? There's the butcher table. Butcher table. Electric stove. It's currently counted as outside because we've got those things open. Oh, the reason why they're not doing that is because we need to actually order someone to chop down some wood. Fair enough. Yeah, completely missed that. Vaguely important. I'm not sure who's supposed to be the one that does that, though. Oh, and I need defenses. Security. I'm not doing what I usually do, which is just put a few wings out there. I want to have... for... a little bunkery area there. And zones area, dumping area. That in mind, we'll actually get rid of this one right now. Just so we can get the things dumped. Oh, and that's hooked up there, so we can... structures, wall, slate blocks. Yes. Wall replaces, quite convenient. And let's look at what the roofing situation looks like. Zone area. Clear out that nonsense. Okay. And the actual roofs look like that. Not the worst. Now, who's supposed to be the one that does this? No. Yes, Julie. Okay, and you are doing that. Only over there. Good. I'd much rather get those. Actually, that's a good point. Cancel that one. That way they don't actually hook up before the area gets taken care of. Someone taking care of the trees, speaking of taking care of. Oh, dang it, I still haven't set up planting areas. Gravel and soil? Soil, soil. Where to put it? I think just out in the open isn't the worst area. Zones, area, growing. Let's do a few 5x5s right now. We might want to eventually change that up. But for right now, 5x5 areas are pretty decent for what I'm dealing with. Rice, potato, corn, and cotton? Sure. I don't think the planter has enough skill. Growing 110. Oh wait, no, we've got more than enough skill. Okay. We need a couple more growing spots then. You get to be heel root. Oh, no. I was actually tempted for a second there to make it actually that big. No. You get to be strawberries. There we go. Someone will eventually get around to it. Who was it that was... It was Julie, wasn't it? Yep. The person needs to construct everything. Well, that happens. Huh. I just thought of something. I didn't really consider it. But I might need to switch the order of some of the mods around. Because as it is, I've had the... The one thing that lets other people... No, I think I put that first. Whatever. I'll have to check into it real quick at some point just to see how it is. They should be able to just bring it, I think. If they can haul. I think the requirement is hauling, that's all. No one's still been able to get that to normal quality. Well, she's really skilled at construction, so she'll get there. Look at that. She's already passed her max learn for the day. So she's only getting 20% experience. Even at that, she's doing pretty good. If it wasn't for the fact that I want this stuff done, and I don't really want to micromanage it that much, it'd be the point where you might consider stopping it. Someone needs to go cut down all the stuff and do all the things. And we've got a raid, which... Of course we do. We're not ready for that. No, that's about how I want it. I guess I'll just leave it. Raid. It should just... Yeah, it's just one person. Okay. That's fine then. We've got this right here. We can get people around there. It's currently going slowly. It'll eventually speed up. I'll wait until the speed up before I start moving my people. Or until I can see her on the screen at all. How are you gonna do this? Are you waiting? I think she's waiting to attack. That's perfectly fine by me. Actually, with that in mind, Julie. Yeah, consume that, I guess. No. Build those. No. Apparently, maybe something... Okay, no, that's available. It's... Because this isn't that kind of thing, it's okay. Or they were already delivered to. That could do it. Yeah, we do need batteries. I'm thinking of actually putting the batteries in here if it wasn't for that. I'll have to figure out something about that. Okay, they're attacking. Recruit. No, Julie is the one that needed. This should be a relatively easy fight. Dang it, they can get around like that. Yep, there we go. One person injured, though that's mostly just because of derp. And they came with medicine. Ooh, I like these people. Don't really want to put the corpse there, do I? Well, it happens. We haven't even started researching. There's so many things to research. I would like to just put the batteries there. And slate block door, I guess. Yeah, that'll do. Everything's going slowly. What kind of injury did you get? Torso, cut with a shiv. Wingfield. Medical? Rest until healed. Well, time to finish that up. If you enjoy what you saw, then please like, comment, and subscribe. Support me on Patreon to get a voice in what I'm doing, and my videos are up there a day early. On Twitter, I'm AkhierDH, and I tend to tweet when videos go up. All that aside, I'm Akhier, and I'm signing off.